Hello students, let's continue from where we left last time. So in this part, the first question is,
Which colligative property is shown in the phase diagram? अब इस phase diagram में आप देख रहे हो एक solvent है और एक solution है. जो solvent है मान लीजिए इस point पे delta TB जब उसका temperature है दैट इज 100 डिग्री सेल्सियस. मान लीजिए वाटर है तो वो 100 डिग्री सेल्सियस पे वेपराइज कर रहा है, लेकिन जब आप इसमें नॉन वोलेटाइल सल्यूट डाल दोगे तो उसका वेपर प्रेशर जो है वो बढ़ जाता है. राइट, सो दिस डिपिक्ट्स एलिवेशन इन बॉइलिंग पॉइंट. सो बी इज द करेक्ट आंसर. Then as in this diagram you have to tell what is A. So देखिए ये है आपके पास डेल्टा TF. मान लो वाटर है तो 0 डिग्री सेल्सियस. अगर आप इसमें कोई नॉन वॉलेटाइल सल्यूट डालते हो तो इसका फ्रीजिंग पॉइंट जो है वो डिप्रेस हो जाएगा. मान लीजिए -2 डिग्री सेल्सियस. सो ये आपको बता रहा है डेल्टा TF which is equal to T0F minus TF. ठीक है, डिप्रेशन इन फ्रीजिंग पॉइंट को ये ग्राफ डिपिक्ट करता है. Then which does not affect solubility of solids in liquid. इनमें से कौन है जिसका कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता solubility of solids in liquid? तो नेचर ऑफ सॉल्यूट पे और सॉल्वेंट पे बिल्कुल पड़ता है. प्रेशर का भी थोड़ा सा फर्क पड़ता है अगर सॉलिड को आप डिसॉल्व कर रहे हो, और टेम्परेचर का भी पड़ता है, लेकिन रिफ्रैक्टिव इंडेक्स का इससे कोई लेना देना नहीं होता है. सो डी इज द करेक्ट आंसर. Next question is decompression sickness is also called edema, bends, hemolysis or anoxia. So decompression sickness actually क्या है कि जब डाइवर जो है अंडर वाटर होता है तो हाई प्रेशर की वजह से ज्यादा अमाउंट ऑफ नाइट्रोजन उसके ब्लड में डिसॉल्व हो जाती है, एंड व्हेन ही कम्स बैक टू द अर्थ तो वहां पर प्रेशर डिफरेंस होने की वजह से वो जो कंप्रेस्ड नाइट्रोजन गैस बॉडी के अंदर होती है दैट स्टार्ट्स कमिंग आउट इन द फॉर्म ऑफ द बबल्स ऑफ नाइट्रोजन. दैट इज decompression and this leads to bends which is medical condition, so sickness. So decompression sickness is bends. So B is the correct answer. At high altitudes, partial pressure is less than the ground level. This leads to anoxia, crystallization, dissolution or equilibrium. Well, this leads to anoxia which is lack of oxygen क्योंकि higher altitudes पे atmospheric pressure low होने की वजह से lesser amount of oxygen जो है वो हमारे blood में जाती है, and this creates a medical condition also which is anoxia, like this lack of oxygen. सांस लेने में प्रॉब्लम होती है और nausea और vomiting की भी प्रॉब्लम होती है. So A is the correct answer. Assertion reason पे मूव करते हैं. So assertion reason पे है Rawls law is special case of Henry's law, and if one component obeys Rawls law over entire range of composition, the another component would not obey Henry's law in that range. Yes, these statements are true, but they are not related. So we can say that both A and R are true, but R is not the correct explanation of A. Second is assertion molarity of a solution in liquid state changes with temperature, and reason says the volume of solution changes with change in temperature. So both A and B, they are correct statements, and this reason is the correct explanation of assertion. So next question है assertion is a boiling point of water increases on addition of ether, कि जो वाटर का बॉइलिंग पॉइंट है ईथर ऐड करने से वो बढ़ जाएगा. ऐसा नहीं होगा क्योंकि ईथर नॉन वोलेटाइल सल्यूट नहीं है. नॉन वोलेटाइल सल्यूट के एडिशन पे बढ़ता है आपका जो बॉइलिंग पॉइंट है. एंड द रीजन इज व्हेन नॉन वोलेटाइल सल्यूट इज एडेड टू द वोलेटाइल सॉल्वेंट, elevation and boiling point is observed. So this is the correct statement. So we can say that A is false but R is true. So D is the correct option. Then is the freezing point of water is lowered when NaCl is added to it. जब आप NaCl डालेंगे जो कि एक नॉन वॉलेटाइल सल्यूट है तो उसका freezing point lower हो जाता है because the lowering of vapor pressure causes depression in freezing point. This is also true. So A is the correct answer because both the statements are true and reason is the correct explanation of assertion. Next is on separation of solute from solvent, the semi-permeable membrane, if it is used, then osmosis occur. Very true. And it says that osmosis takes place from region of high concentration of low concentration. No, it involves movement of solvent particles from low to high concentration. So for this, we can say A is true but B is false. So C is the correct answer. So the assertion is KH is directly proportional to solubility. No, it is not that because P is equal to KH into X. So KH and X, they are inversely proportional. If you take X to the other side, you'll see that they are inversely proportional. So this is not true. And next is KH is temperature dependent. Yes, KH is temperature dependent. Temperature बढ़ाने से इस constant की value भी बढ़ जाती है. तो इसके अकॉर्डिंग जो हमें आंसर मिलता है that is D. Then is 87th question. Non-volatile solute depresses the freezing point and non-volatile solutes vaporize easily. Yes, non-volatile solute, they depress the freezing point, but they do not vaporize easily. So, assertion is true, but reason is not true. So, C is the correct answer. Then is NaCl is easily soluble in water and reason is like dissolves like. Yes, both the statements are true and the reason is the correct explanation of assertion. Next is effective pressure is negligible for solids and solid particles are closely packed. Well, this is true. Both the statements are true and reason is the correct explanation of the assertion. Next is unripe mangoes shrivel on adding NaCl. Reason is process of exosmosis takes place. So जैसे आपने देखा होगा अचार डालते हुए हम उनको सॉल्ट अप्लाई करते हैं हाइपरटोनिक सॉल्यूशन की फॉर्मेशन की वजह से वो exosmosis undergo करता है. So both the statements are correct and reason is the correct explanation of assertion. Next is ethylene glycol is added to car's engine and ethylene glycol keeps out car's engine from freezing in winter and acts as a coolant to reduce overheating. So both the statements are correct and the reason is the correct explanation of the assertion. It is added to car's engine so that it could not freeze in winters. And next is osmotic pressure is a colligative property. मतलब osmotic pressure जो है वो number of solute particles पे depend करता है because pi is equal to CRT. C is concentration which is number of moles divided by volume. So in this way we can show that it depends on the number of particles. And reason is osmotic pressure depends on particle size. No, it depends on the number of particles, not the size of particles. So C is the correct answer that A is true but reason is false. Next, osmosis is intermixing of ions due to thermal agitation. And it says osmosis involves semi-permeable membrane. Well, it is not true. It does not involve the intermixing is not about thermal agitation. That is because of passage from semi-permeable membrane from low concentration to high concentration. And yes, it involves semi-permeable membrane. So A is false, but reason is a true statement. Next, more solute can be added to the unsaturated solution. Yes, it can be added. Unsaturated में और चीजें ऐड की जा सकती हैं और ये कहता है unsaturated solution को आप compress कर सकते हो. No, it is not like that. It cannot be compressed. It is just that you can add more things to it. Right? So it is C. A is true, but R is false. Next is vapor pressure is not a colligative property and vapor pressure is greater in non-volatile solute. Vapor pressure colligative property नहीं है क्योंकि relative lowering of vapor pressure colligative property होती है और vapor pressure नॉन वोलेटाइल सल्यूट का ज्यादा नहीं बल्कि कम होता है. So we can say that assertion is right but reason is false. So C is the correct answer. Then is you have a passage which says the properties of dilute solution which depends upon the number of particles present in solution and this concentration are colligative properties. So based on these colligative properties we have some questions. So first question is the saturated vapor pressure of water is 3.165 kilopascal. Find the saturated vapor pressure of 5% aqueous solution of urea at the room temperature. So let's start the question. इसमें हमारे पास है So let's start the question. इसमें हमारे पास दिया है mass of solute which is 5 grams. Mass of solvent given is 95 grams. Molar mass is 60.05 gram per mole. And for solvent it is water, so it is 18 grams per mole. और जो हमारे पास P नॉट A की वैल्यू गिवन है दैट इज 3.165 किलो पास्कल. Relative lowering of vapor pressure का फॉर्मूला है P naught minus P upon P naught is equal to WB into MA or let's say W2 and M1 जो भी सिंबल्स आप यूज कर रहे हो उसके अकॉर्डिंग आप लिख सकते हो. So W2 and M1, this gives us M2 into W1. Now putting the values we get 3.16 kilopascal minus P upon 3.16, yeah we have 5 here also, kilopascal. This is equal to 5 into 18 upon 60.05 into 95. So this gives us, this is equal to 0.015. So P here would be P is equal to 3.165 kilopascal minus 0.015 into 3.165 kilopascal. अब यहाँ से हम कैलकुलेट कर लेंगे P की वैल्यू. So this will give us 3.118 kilopascal. So let's see the options. Yes, the B is the correct answer which is 3.118 kilopascal. Next question है हमारे पास water boils at 750 millimeter Hg at 99.63 degrees Celsius. What amount of sucrose is to be added to 500 gram to water to make it boil at 100 degrees Celsius? So हमारे पास delta TB है 100 minus 99.63 which gives us 0.37 degrees. Right, Kb given is 0.52. Water का mass है, mass of water is 500 grams and x grams of sucrose we take. जिसका मोलर मास है 342 ग्राम पर मोल. राइट। अब यहाँ पर हम मोलालिटी निकालें तो ये आ जाएगा x इंटू 100 अपॉन 342 into 500. This comes out to be x upon 171. ठीक है, सो डेल्टा टी बी क्या होता है, डेल्टा टी बी इज इक्वल टू के बी इंटू एम। एंड अब ये वैल्यूज हम पुट करें, डेल्टा टी बी हमारे पास था 0.37, दिस इज इक्वल टू 0.52 जो कि हमारा के बी है, और मोलालिटी हमने यहाँ से निकाल लिया x अपॉन 171, राइट। सो यहाँ से x मेरे पास आ जाएगा अराउंड 121.67 grams. So let's see the options: 111, 122, 322 and 411. So B is the correct answer. Next is a compound having molar mass of 176 gram per mole is to be dissolved in 75 grams of organic solvent. If the melting point is lowered by 1.5 degrees Celsius, find the mass Kf given है. So इसमें हमारे पास W1 given है 75 grams, M2 molar mass of solute ये भी given है, this is equal to 176 gram per mole. Delta T is equal to 1.5 Kelvin. So हमें पता है delta TB is equal to KB into 1000 into W2 upon M2 into W1. So यहाँ से W2 आप निकाल सकते हो डेल्टा TB into M2 into W1 upon KB into 1000. So this gives us 1.5 into 176 into 75 upon 3.9 into 1000. This gives us answer as 5.08 grams. So let's see the options. It is 3.9, 9.3, 8.05 and 5.08 grams. So D is the correct answer. Next is 10% of Na2CO3 means. Well, 10% Na2CO3 का मतलब है आपने 10 grams Na2CO3 100 grams of टोटल जो भी सोल्यूशन आप बना रहे हो उसमें आपने पुट किया है, सो इट विल बी 10 upon 100, राइट। So next is determine amount of glucose dissolved in 2.5 liter water to make it its osmotic pressure 0.75 at 27 degrees Celsius. So osmotic pressure का formula हम use करेंगे which is equal to pi is equal to CRT. C concentration है number of moles divided by volume into R into T. Number of moles को open करोगे that will be mass upon molar mass into RT upon V. और WB जो है that is 0.75 into 111 into 2.5 upon 0.0821 into 300, right? So this gives us 208.125 divided by 24.63 और इससे हमें आंसर मिलता है 8.45 के अराउंड. So let's see the options: 2.5, 3.35, 1.5 and 8.45. So D is the correct answer. So इसके साथ हमारे जो सॉल्यूशंस चैप्टर के MCQs हैं यहीं पर खत्म होते हैं. I've tried कि मैं आपको मोस्ट ऑफ द कॉलिगेटिव प्रॉपर्टीज पे जितने भी क्वेश्चंस में दे सकूं मैं दूं, क्योंकि जो एक न्यूमेरिकल आपको इस पोर्शन में से जरूर आता है. बहुत कम चैप्टर्स हैं 12th में जो कि न्यूमेरिकल्स पे बेस्ड हैं केमिस्ट्री में, एंड सॉल्यूशन इज डेफिनेटली वन ऑफ देम. सो यू गोइंग टू गेट at least one question based on colligative property numerical. So I wish you all the very best. Thank you.